And yeah, I know I've gone for like 2 hours longer than I usually do. Kind of lost track of time a little bit. But I want to do this, then I'll probably stop. I mean, that's what it's like. I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to do this. Just going to do this. And I know that when I start next time, I'm going to see my 600 ducats and be like, ooh, spending spree. No, save it. You're trying to build a grand temple. This is the character to build it. She's got loads and loads of construction cost reductions. Prisoners. We were thinking of doing... No, you can just ransom. 150 ducats and you're willing to pay it? Fine. Jarl Ulfr Sigurdsson. You should probably lose some land. You're still a bit pissed with me. So I think I'm going to allow you to just languish. And Holbert, you can go. I have nothing against you. Domain, that's what I was going to do. What was I going to build? Not build. Who was I going to give it to? Igapive Lemby. Spacious. Oh yeah, you're a genius. Wait, who are you married? Oh, you're Frogger Pirate's husband. Yeah, I'll give you it then. Because your heir is going to be the same as hers. And you'll be a count, so I don't need to care about your happiness. In fact, your happiness probably will be quite high under Frogger Pirate. So then maybe we can make you the Duke of Westphalia. Which means we would always have a positive companion. $800 ducats. Oh, we need 850. That's next month. Inspired moderation. Following the death sentence of a lowly thief, I asked my daughter Anthrax what she thought. Overreaching can be dangerous. Temperate. She loses temperate but gains just, or loses temperate and gains cynical. I mean, just is awesome. I'm at 50. How much does that give me? 30. I would like you to be just. Although temperate, frankly, is also really good. Nah, we'll keep you as temperate. Not as good as just, admittedly, but still not terrible. Ah, yes, we did get the money. I was like, I was expecting a ticking over noise. Construct Grand Temple. The holy site of this area attracts the faithful in droves. The Grand Temple is covered in ornate carvings displaying heroic deeds by the gods and demigods alike. Massive bonfires send plumes of smoke upwards to the gods themselves, with holy men administering the blessings of all who venerate the spirits. This holding is going to gain +1 taxes. It's going to gain +500 levies. Wow, that's a lot of levies. The whole county gains levy size, holding, and development growth. And the entire realm gains piety, renown, knight effectiveness, levy reinforcement, and control growth. Hell yes. Build me the Grand Temple of Zealand. And with that, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. I do hope you're enjoying this. If you are, be sure to hit that follow button to get notifications when I'm live again in the future, which will be tomorrow, kicking off at 5 PM, British summertime, if I'm awake in time. It should be good, so yeah, hit that follow button. If you've really enjoyed this, then do consider subscribing. It helps the channel out, lets me do more of this kind of content. Or you can, of course, check out the Patreon, which you can find at patreon.com/MordredViking. I do have a YouTube channel, which you can find at youtube.com/MordredViking, and there are a couple of things of interest up there. First of all, we have got the beginning of the series. So if you're wondering how on earth we got to this situation from the little island off the coast of Sweden, of Gotland, this is where we started everything, then you should go and check out this series up there. It's just called March of the Vikings 2. If you would like to see how a proper Viking conducts a raid, then you should check out a Viking's Guide to Raiding, which is also on the channel. And then finally, I have the top 10 things I wish I had known when I started Crusader Kings III, also up on the channel. All 3 of those videos I would highly recommend. I think they're all great. Slight bias. Oh, extra credits! Oh, man. Okay. How are you guys doing? Extra credits. Love the videos. Alright, I guess I'm staying on. Hello, Raiders. Hello, hello, hello. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. So, hello, Raiders. I am Mordred Viking. I was about to sign out, but I'm guessing I'm going to stay on for a bit longer because I really do like extra credits. You guys do some absolutely phenomenal videos, and I have recommended you many, many times myself. Ah, awesome. So, yes, we are playing as Queen Frank. We are Queen Frank of Frisia. We started here on the little island of Gotland. We became the Jarl of Holland because we needed to get Zeeland to reform the faith. We also got Sieland and Trondheim, and we did reform the faith to Ossetru, which you can find here. We are unrelenting, legalist, and ritual celebrations. We then took the Earldom of Flanders, and then eventually formed the entirety of Frisia. In our time, we have spread our dynasty to a couple of other titles. For example, Sweden is ours. Denmark, I think, is ours. Let's actually double check that. Houses, nope, Carling, they're not. Svarti is ours. Horn is ours. Mordling Ivangi is ours. Mordling would be ours if we can find it anywhere, and there are a bunch of others. In fact, if we go to this, we can see that there are 10 houses now, having originated from the Mordlings. And we do have quite a few holdings all over the place. Our legacies thus far are as follows. Because we are legalist in faith, we are also legalist in administration and legacy. So we have gone really quite deep into law. We've also taken a bit of warfare because this one increases prowess and knight effectiveness. We have a history of having excellent warriors in our realm, and we rely fairly heavily on the champions. Erudition, because we've relied heavily on bringing in really good warriors and then basically having them fight under our banner. We have kin, because you've seen our realm has, or our dynasty has spread far and wide. We haven't really been playing genetics, so I haven't taken blood. We haven't been doing any guile. We're the least guiley group around, and also glory. I mean, glory we probably should get a point or two in, because we have played quite a lot of prestige, and we are quite prestigious. We are very, very known. We are in fact famous. That's how known we are. We're just 4 away from the top now, and that's what we're doing. We did start in the 867 start. It is now 1116. So yeah, that is where we are now. Extra credits. Thank you very much for the follow. Ow, my balls! Kaiser Serze, Swag, Levi, Ratchet, Numbskull, Mini Tigress, Castle Chasm. Thank you all very much for the follows. Great to see you joining us today. So we just fought a really big civil war. That is what you just missed out on. We had a couple of the rather more remiss Jarls trying to rise for independence because we've been playing with an authoritarian streak. You could even say evil without any of the murder. We haven't actually murdered a single person, and yet our tyranny is minus 70. So we haven't exactly been very kind to many of our minions, but they haven't really been kind to us either, so give and take. Plus, at one point, and I should hasten to add this, our realm went from the glorious monarchy of Frisia and also Gardariki to being reduced to just this one province of Viangi. Those were the dark days. This is why my cadet branch is known as the Mordling Viangis, because we were reduced to just one county at one point. That same character who went from ruling 2 kingdoms to 1 county then went and inherited Gardariki, Sweden, and Frisia, and from there we kind of bounced back, but we'd lost most of our territories in Frisia, so this character has been spending much of their time stealing them back. So we control the entirety of Holland, we control the entirety of Flanders. These are very wealthy provinces. We are also an excellent steward. That is where most of our skills lie. So we have been building up Amsterdam. And just as you joined us, we built the Grand Temple of Zeeland. So we've just started building our first wonder, our first special building. There. So, yeah, that's where we are. We just beat up Bar. I think we're mostly just in consolidation mode at the moment, so we're just going to go on pause, move up to speed 4 again. Didn't realise there were wonders in the game yet. Yeah, there are. Like, if you head on down to Giza, which I can never find. It's up here somewhere. There it is. Pyramids, for example, already exist. And you get them if you are lucky enough to have the Shakedom of Giza, which does give you a growth of 0.1 per month, and then also monthly renown and short range duration reduction. There's a whole bunch of them around. Hagia Sophia is another one, that's true. Over here, development growth plus 20%, which is ridiculous. I would love to have that bonus. Plus 2 learning, intrigue, piety, monthly renown, number of knights, and knight effectiveness. Juicy. How old am I again? 56. And our heir has just come of age. We have Princess Frogger Pirate of Frisia, who is a budding fighter, and she got lucky and married into a genius. A genius scholar, in fact. He's a scholar at 23. Wow. That means he's already completed the scholar route, which is going to be great, because neither of them have had kids yet, and he is a natural educator, especially being a genius. So our kids, the next generation after them, is going to be awesome. Your first night playing, so literally Ireland, then starting at Scotland and working through the learning curve. I mean, Ireland is a great place to start. You can learn a lot. And Scotland is a bit more difficult. Did you start 1066 or 867? I mean, I would say I'm fairly veteran with the old Paradox games. Now I've done a lot of CK2. I've done an awful lot of EU4. Like, Paradox is my mainstay. 1066 Scotland. Nice. My family is actually from just outside of here. Kirkcaldy. It's actually on the map. So I have a bit of an affinity for Scotland. Stewardship perk available. What can we do? So we've already maxed out Architect. We've been building a lot. We've got a little bit of Avaricious because I wanted money. And now we're working down Administrator because we really need to do something to counter how much my vassals like us. We've already taken Soon Forgiven for the Tyranny reduction. We've then taken Chains of Loyalty for the Diplomatic Affairs, which just means the rest of the realm likes us more. And now we're taking Likeable, which means all of my direct vassals are also going to like us a bit more, which is going to be helpful considering our situation. It's labelled as easy, but it's certainly not Ireland. Well, I guess that England, south of you, has had a couple of issues. In fact, the British Isles in this game, like post-Viking invasions, has been remarkably stable, and had probably bounced back of the century. So Ireland, which is the home of insular Catholicism, most of England and Scotland are regular Catholic. The entirety of Ireland, with the exception of Athlone, also known as Meath, was conquered and converted. Athlone stood alone as the one Irish county that just remained independent. And that's the result. It became entirely insular. In fact, there's just this Lollards down here and Orthodox in the Isle of Wight. Otherwise, everything else is insular. And that's all because of the last bastion of insular in Meath. England conquered a bunch of Ireland, and I think that's what basically made them convert, and then they became insular, which was really good for them. And you'll also notice France. France is probably my proudest achievement, and I know that chat's going to recognise the big grin on my face from this, because West Francia owned the entirety of France. It was like the most stable realm in the game. They also owned the entirety of Northern Ireland, Northern Italy. They raised like 7,000 soldiers in like 900 AD. They had 7,000 men. They were impossible to raid. One of my allies, I think it was Sweden, it might have been Gotland, because by that point I was Holland, took Suffolk. Then England tried to take Suffolk from them. They were allied to West Francia, and together they attacked into Suffolk, but all of their attacks were amphibious, and I just stood here on the shore and just beat them as they came in with the disembarkation penalties. I managed to capture the king of West Francia, released him on condition that he converted to Turu, which is my faith. This is Reformed Norse. And it caused them a few issues. Right after he did that, I declared war on them. He was the Lord of Flanders. I conquered Flanders. While he was fighting me for Flanders, the Pope declared the first crusade of the game. So the first crusade was against the formerly very, very Catholic. West Francia. Actually, I think they were Waldesian at that point, but still, the majority of their realm was Catholic. We lost that war pretty substantially, and then West Francia just devolved into a patchwork of insular, Orthodox, also through Catholic, Suomensko, and you'll notice there's still a few holdouts of Suomensko, and Waldesian. And they've just been at war with themselves for the last 200 years. It's been magnificent. All because of that one conversion. Feel like there should be a Norse-Spanish Inquisition. Actually, this series is called March of the Vikings, because my intention was to get to India, or to Burma. Preferably via Africa, because this didn't exist the last time I did this type of Vikings to India playthrough. So I kind of wanted to take West Africa, then go across the Sahara, jump across the Indian Ocean and into India. The problem is that I can't actually get a CB against these guys. Not easily anyway. Don't have a Casus Belli on them. So I'm not really sure how I should make that... Ooh, Vizcaya. Oh no, you're also true, so I can't holy war against you. That's not Vizcaya. That's Vizcaya. Oh, opportunities. I don't have a CB, but is that because I have troops raised? No, why can't I get a CB on you? You should be in range. You're Orthodox. Oh, I guess it's because you're not next door. Ooh. See, lack of CVs has been my problem. And because we had a couple of issues, like when I got relegated to Vizcaya, Frisia was conquered by some other people. So I've been spending the entire game, more or less, trying to reconvert everything. We still have a couple of holdouts, but most of it is pretty also true at this point. But there are still some issues. And because I'm constantly converting, I'm never able to actually get fabrications, which would be the other way of expanding. I could get a CV on England. Holy War for Neustria, which is this. No, it's not. They still have a petty kingdom? Oof. 7,000 soldiers. I'm not sure I'm quite ready to go that far into the deep end just yet. Oh, no. You know what I need to do? War for Gardariki. Because if I don't press this claim, I'm in trouble. And I am the reason that Ursaturu kind of got wiped out here. And we have the Cabarite Horde. This is the Jewish hordes coming across and taking out a whole bunch of these territories. Like, they've had a magnificent game. It was Khazaria, and in fact Khazaria is gone. Oh, they imploded, and they imploded. Oh, hello, Byzantium. The hell is happening to you? England's claim on Lothian, and apparently Lothian is allied to the Byzantines. And then East Francian War for the claim on East Francia. Which is also just allied to the Byzantines. These guys are independent. They are fully independent. Yeah, Byzantium imploded. Interesting. That's going to have some ramifications. Did I just say the Jewish Horde? I did indeed say the Jewish Horde. Cabarite is Jewish. And they've swept across the plains and taken out most of Russia. I think I need to go after you. Oh, yes! Rus is independent. They're not in Sweden anymore. That means I can take out the entirety of Novgorod fairly easily. Oh, yes! Kingdom of Novgorod. We are declaring this. Boom! Raise the banners. We're going to war. Speed 3. And the lovely thing about being stupendously wealthy, I'm still making money despite all of my banners being raised. Linda, free tenant renting some of my land in Tecklenburg, has pulled out an exceptional harvest this season due to a meticulous planning. So, you would join my court. Yeah, you would. The Godless Planner. Or you could pay me 165 ducats. No, you know what? I think you're probably worth 165. Forget the farming. Join the court. And I might actually give you Tecklenburg. Yeah, I think I will. Linda. Grant title. Tecklenburg. I'm always looking for good people. Especially if you're loyal to me. Which you are. And now I have a decision to make. Do I want Tecklenburg or do I want Waldeck to be the Jarl of this territory? Waldeck would mean that I would then inherit it. Probably Waldeck. But then again, if I gave it to her, she could become a powerful vassal. And we could really do with a good, powerful steward. Can Sverker move somewhere else? Not really. Sverker's only a mayor, though. Then, yeah, with Linda on the council, I think it's going to be Linda that gets that. And Waldeck, I'll eventually inherit, because it's my husband. Then I need to go to that, and then the duchy. And it's going to cost me 250 ducats to create that duchy. Okay. We'll save up for it. Alright, sail over. Actually, before we sail, let's split you in half. And move some people around. So we're going to make the fighting army on the left and the sieging army on the right. In that case, we'll keep the champions. Yes, the army of Amsterdam, which sucks, has the onagers and also has a bunch of levies. In fact, those bigger levies will do this. And actually, this army could split in half again, just so we don't take the attrition. Ah, did that just... No, it didn't. You're not wrong. I'll do that in just a moment. I just want to focus on this. Come on. Thank you. No, that was all three of them. Bugger. Sod it. We'll just sail. Get over there. And I think we might just go for Timorovo straight away. Alright, this is an important one. So we need to make sure that we are adequately prepared for this war. And for that, you gotta wear your safety helmet. Alright. Big offensive war. Safety helmet properly employed. Let's do this. To war! We're going to war! And we could call in allies, but I don't think we need to do that. So I'm just going to go ahead and close those until I decide otherwise. Goodbye. Criminal can be imprisoned. Not anyone titled, so I don't really care. I wonder where their armies are. I wonder if they're even going to come after me or if they're going to stay in their own country. Not sure. Filipov, White Wolf, 100 Poker, and Yobo Zilak. Thank you very much for the follows. Welcome to the channel. Because their armies are only 2,000 strong. So my thinking is if we drop one of my main armies here, along with the... Yeah, we'll do that. And we can drop you Novgorod. We'll start sieging this down. Because we are going to need to be somewhat careful about... Yeah, like that. Disembarkation. We can get there after or during? After. And we're going to move the army back, so it's just the besiegers sitting here. Cool. And we're besieging that as well. Marvellous. Now we are losing some money. Why was that? I think it was just the extra... Oh, it was reinforcement. Yeah. Because the men-at-arms would have suffered some attrition on the sailing over. On the boats over. But that's fine, we have plenty of money. And these sieges are going to go remarkably quickly with you in charge. You've actually run to, like, independent territory. Are you fighting Karelia? No, just me. Ooh, that's a big Karelia. Where's their banner? There it is. 2,000 men. Notable guest has arrived. Claim on the county of Arava. How much prestige do I have? So once we take Gardariki, we'll take the kingdom, and we should still be able to get elective succession on it. Okay, that's their capital gone. Go for Susdal, and we'll leave you at the crossing in case they decide to come after us, because that's basically the only place they're going to be able to cross unless they go out to sea. In which case they get the crossing penalties. Oh, you might try and go all the way around. No, that's a long way around. Someone else. My husband, King Caratas, is once again absent from our chambers as night falls. He has been distant lately, lost in thought, rarely seen at court. Am I not to his satisfaction, or is he simply busy? Or could he be warming somebody else's bed? Wrathful, just compassionate. However, he is a known fornicator, so... Oh, he's a Varangian. Yeah, he's earned it though, he's 64. He would never disrespect me in such a way. And even if he did, I don't want to know. Oh, Novgorod's fallen. So let's go and take Tikvin. Or Rusa. No, Rusa we can't take. Tikvin's capital is here. Let's go and take that. Renewal of Patronage. After 5 years, the funds I set aside for the patronage of my natural philosopher have run out. That's the majority of my money, but he is very useful. Plus 15% development just throughout the realm. Yes. Yes, please. Especially while we control so many holdings, like our development buff should be really good. And in fact, I'm curious. So Holland's development is now 22. What about the adjacencies? Because there is an adjacency buff. Yeah, from neighbours, plus 0.5. So the fact that Holland is getting so developed compared to everybody else means that we're going to be, like, spilling out from there. I think I might actually get you to go to Pylos. Just in case his army decides to go for you. In fact, Pylos isn't even in the same kingdom. We need to be going down to Moskva! Or just sit here in Susdal. Let's sit here, just in case. You're seriously running away. Fine. We're at 29% success. I honestly don't know what they're doing. Spouse aged in stewardship studies. 300 stewardship lifestyle. And I'm now a focused student. Hell yeah. We're going to get to administrator in no time at this rate. Age 57. Well, at least this now counts as a pressed claim. Which means it will be inherited. 40% victory. Their armies are moving around a little bit. I am expecting... Yeah, they're going for Timorovo. So you can go and stop them from taking Timorovo. Should have just stayed there, because we did control that river crossing, though they could have come around this way. As it indeed looks like they are trying to do. Now, what's in your army? It's archers, footmen, and a lot of levies. So their quality is betterer. And they're leaving. And they're going to have that river crossing to contend with. I don't know what they're doing. Lifestyle perk. Positions of power. Councillor opinion plus 20. Done. Now, do we have any other powerful vassals? Here we have these two. Neither of you are very good, though. Oh, you're also both Hofgardai. I don't care about that. You're just priests. Moskva needs to be taken, clearly. And I'll leave you here a month, and then we'll move you down to Valdai. Yeah, it was a really good decision to split my forces for this war. Glad I did it. Oh, you're probably going to try and get through here. Let's go and stop them. Oh, you're going for Valdai, which they're going to catch. And this army is made for fight. That's where all my champions are. In that case, you go and stand here just to make sure they don't try and sneak around to Ver. Lingering resentment. Anthrax has been harbouring a secret affection for Taurus for some time. However, when she finally confessed her feelings, Tordis responded harshly. Now Anthrax mutters whenever she passes by. Well, you don't want to piss off Anthrax like that. Anthrax remains vengeful. Which is seen as a positive trait in also through society. Yeah, you can say that. It's not a vice. Vengeance is a good thing. Oh, you're actually going to escape, aren't you? Are you actually legitimately faster than me? Yes. Let's wait until you get locked in, then I'm going to move in over here. And we will fight you. There we go. Gotcha. You've taken that. Marvellous. Then you can come over here to Tver. And you can start moving over here. Get across that river. We're at 70%. So we're almost done. They are going to have the hills advantage. Our footmen are countered by their archers. Their cavalry are fighting in bad terrain, but then so are ours. And their footmen are untouched. However, we have a slightly better commander. We have a much better commander. We outnumber them. And we have great champions, because my champions are just awesome. So hopefully that's all we need. Defeated. Okay, we're now at 78%. Let's take a look at the battle. So my horsemen fared a heck of a lot better than theirs. My levies kind of got beaten up. Not as much as theirs. My champions killed 181. They killed only 58. However, we did lose 2. We lost a 5 and a 10, including one of the Hofgardai. And a Jarl. Well, that may have some ramifications. None of my councillors, though. That's fine. Cain comes of age. Cain is now old enough, however, she is still in jail and they will not ransom her. She is a brilliant strategist and an unyielding defender. She also became a very good commander. And she's just. Unfortunately, I can't marry her because she's in jail. Ransom. Ransom for Count Patolfer. Oh, willing to release Cain. Yes. Done. That means that I can now get Cain married, right? Yes. You are going to get another matrilineal. So who should your recipient be? Your military. Do I want to double down on the military? We're going to have a really strong army for a while here. Which is going to be good if we're going to be responsible for Russia. Because I have a feeling that Russia is going to be problematic. Content, generous, and brave. You would make a good husband. And I even get... Oh no, that's... I'm delicate. I even get some prestige from this. Who are you? House Lumtar. Cool. Prestige from a matrilineal. That's actually relatively rare. Sheikhdom of Mulia, Sheikhdom of Tadla. And he is the boss man. But they are reputable. Which is somewhat well known. Nowhere near as much as me, but okay. And now we just need to finish off these 3 sieges, and I reckon that's going to be enough to win us this war. This has gone a lot more smoothly than I expected. And they've landed absolutely nothing in Frisia. Siege is 1, we're now at 88%. Okay, we may need a bit more still. Let's move you here. And move you there. Once they arrive. Because you've got the onagers, and you'll do that siege way faster than these guys will. Plus, this also means that they're not going to suffer nearly as much attrition. Okay, they've finally got an army together. Most likely too late, because we'll take these pretty quickly. Now, what exactly is this? This is just the Frisian claim to Novgorod. So I think I'm just going to get everything within the de jure Novgorod area. 98. 100. Enforce the demands. We get the Kingdom of Novgorod, below 0, Sepsh, Tikvin, and Novgorod. Plus a bunch of fame, bunch of prestige. Enforce. To the hysterical Queen Frank, may wisdom ever elude you. You are a much greater foe than I had imagined. In order to put an end to this bloodshed, I shall comply with your demands. And there we go. Warsaw has been restored to us. Sorry, Gardariki. Now, did I actually get... Yes, we automatically got the Kingdom of Gardariki. So the first thing I'm going to do here is we are going to add laws. We are going to turn it into a Scandinavian elective. Add. And that means there is now an election, and we are going to make sure it is the same as Frogger Pirate. Because I want to maintain control of this so I can build it up and make sure it's actually secure. And possibly expand it a little bit. And that also means that there's a bunch of territories here which we need to give away to people. Oh, you know what? We should have kept Linda around and made her the Jarl of Holmgard. Still could. This means that she would have a county back at home. And you know what? I think I'm good with that. Yes. So we're going to give you these lands. That's not what I meant. This is Countess Linda. Grant title. You're going to get Novgorod. Sebs is Novgorod, right? Yes. However, these aren't. And if I can create it, I don't have the money, but I will be able to create that eventually. Then we can make you the Jarl of Novgorod. I think that'll work excellently. And then we need to give these territories to somebody else. Lucky was actually also true. So we inherited Duke Dmitri, who freaking hates us. No, he's still Cabarite. How come we got you? I mean, we probably need to do something about this. Except this character sucks at revoking. Because she's generous. So do we have another council, another person we can give Tikvin and below or 0 to? Yes, Sarah. Should have got her to convert first. Now she absolutely worships us. Damn. That's actually very problematic. Linda's the right faith, right? Yeah, you're also true. And you're also Norse, which means you'll start converting them to the Norse. And then after this, we'll need to take Rusa and Sukov. In fact, Rusa we might even be able to do... peacefully. Minus 17. If I massively boosted relations with you by swaying, that might work. Unfortunately, we're not diplomatic. We're not our mother. Wait. Oh! It's another Garth Wells. Of a different branch of our own family. Ah, and you're a different religion. Damn it. I'm annoyed about the fact that you didn't convert first. Well, actually, I'm not your heir. And both of them uphold us are true. That's really annoying. Oh well. So the other thing I need to do is go to elections, which is going to be realm, succession, Kingdom of Gardariki. And we are going to be voting for Frogger Pirate. Because I want to keep those two realms together. And then Flanders, are you voting for Frogger Pirate already? Yes. Good. And now, in terms of succession, who's getting what? So Frogger Pirate's getting the lines. Frogger Pirate's getting everything. I mean, I'm not going to... Why? Why are the other two not getting anything? Who knows? Anyway, I am going to have to call it at this point because I've now been going for 2 hours and 15 minutes longer than I had intended to. This stream has now been 6 hours long, plus I did the 4 hours earlier. So 10.5 hours of streaming. That's probably a new record for me. So thank you very much for watching. I do hope you have enjoyed this. If you have, be sure to hit that follow button to get notifications when I'm live again in the future. If you have really enjoyed this, then do consider subscribing. Helps the channel out, lets me do more of this kind of content. You can, of course, check out the Patreon, which I have at patreon.com/MordredViking, and also YupTubs, which you can find at youtube.com/MordredViking. There are a couple of things over on the YouTube which you may be interested in. First of all, if you want to know how on earth this series got as far and to this position as it did, then the March of the Vikings series starts over on the YouTube channel. You can find the early episodes there. Secondly, a certain Viking has done a guide to raiding like a Viking. So if you would like to see just how a Viking raids, or rather a Viking's guide to raiding, then you should definitely check that out as well. And then finally, if you're just getting started into Crusader Kings 3, I do have 10 things I wish I had known when I started Crusader Kings 3 video up there as well. And I think all of those probably would be of interest to you. Discord. I have a Discord, which is where the community hangs out. They are a very cool bunch, and it's always a real pleasure to see some new faces over there. So come along, say hello. You would be more than welcome. No. I will be back again tomorrow, so 5 PM British Summer Time. I will be streaming once more. That's, oh gosh, that's in 13 hours. That's going to be fun. So tomorrow at 5 PM British Summer Time, we're going to be streaming some more of this. And if you would like to get notifications of when exactly I do go live, hit that follow button so you get those notifications. I'm going to go and see if anybody is actually still streaming, and we'll go and throw them a raid just to pass the love forwards. Remy is. And you know what? Remy is doing CK3. I liked Remy's CK3 video up on Paradox. So head on over to Remy, say hello from Mordred Viking. I'd love to see his chat absolutely lit up with Viking Raid, just like this. Or if you are a subscriber and you have access to our emotes, then it would be great if you would do that one. Just copy and paste into his chat when we arrive. Anyway, that's it for me for now. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you to Zaram Gragrock, Evad Machinist, Acehole, and Live Rock and Roller. Very good to have you joining us. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you everyone for raiding. It's been amazing. I will see you guys later. Goodbye.